Alright, we're going to do an unboxing and take a look at a Savage Arms Stance MC9 pistol. Another compact 9 or subcompact 9 pistol. It was out there. Now this gun's been out for a while, but I caught a flash sale and I bought the gun for $230. And you know, granted it comes out to close to $270, but with the shipping tax and transfer fee. But I've said that locally, Sportsman Warehouse has usually good deals on guns. This gun I can find right now in town for $419. Okay, so it's kind of a substantial savings. Why these guns are being liquidated and you can find them at such a low price, I'm not sure. But let's look at the model I got. And there are several different models. I'll talk a little bit about that. First off, it comes in a pretty nice hard case. This isn't a cardboard box arrangement. This nice hard case. And what we have is, see basically what we got. We got our return, paperwork, all this other stuff. Okay, and then the Savage package, which has standard this seal. Okay, earplugs, which I think they give out. Lock. Join the NRA. I guess a sticker for your window, and the manual, which shows you all the interesting things and features and that in there. So a manual. Alright, this can go over there. Then this one, unlike some of the other deals, this one ships with 2 mags. I believe you have the flush base 7-round magazine and an extended base 8-round magazine, stainless steel, nice mags. So, and we have the pistol itself. And what do we have here for tags? Warning, pistol can be fired with magazine removed. Okay, so this, alright, read the instruction manual. So you got your safety tags, chamber flag, which always comes in handy. Some ranges require that when you're at rest or whatever, you have a chamber flag in your gun. So anybody that includes one of these, it's a pretty good deal. Like I said, because some ranges require it. Alright, let me go and get them tags off and we'll take a look at this gun. Alright, now we're going to take a quicker look at our Savage Stance pistol. Alright, so we got another Micro 9, single stack with 7 and 8 round mag. Polymer frame. Pretty basic design. And this one again, there are several models. This one does not have a trigger safety nor a frame mounted manual safety. There are a couple models you can get them with frame mounted safeties. Also, the slide on this is not cut. I don't know if they have models which would change that have the slide cut out for the sight. Okay, so the only controls you have are the takedown lever, which is not ambi, the mag release, which is an ambidextrous thing without having to change the button. In other words, you can drop the mag from that side and you can drop the mag from that side without changing everything. Also, the slide release is here, and if you had a manual safety, that would be ambi too. So this gun, the controls, the unique feature about it, the controls are ambi on all sides except for the takedown lever. Okay. Now, as for the grip in that, for me, the little 7-round mag is just not enough. Okay. With the extension, it's perfect. And I don't know if they have aftermarket pinky rest I can put on this flat base one, but it gives you the option of a gun that won't print compared to one that may be a little bit more difficult to conceal. Okay. Now, slide serrations. Okay, here in the rear, and I didn't quite notice there's some little ones back here. This recoil spring is pretty stiff on this gun, okay, and it takes me a little bit to get that back, and also this slide release doesn't quite work. You know, I mean, it's hard. I got it to work once by pushing with 2 fingers, so it's a little stiff there. Stippling, and in the manual it said something about changing the back straps. So I guess it has a removable back strap, but there are no extra back straps in the box. So I really don't know about that, or how you would find them, or if you have to buy these separate or what. Okay. But it is mentioned in the manual and discusses removing and changing it. Alright, so slide serrations are a little lacking, and then you have this cutout, which, you know, for appearances, it's pretty neat looking. Some people say it's not needed on a pocket gun and that it would let dirt and debris in there. Okay, now we go to the sights. 2 white dots and a red dot up front. The sights are pretty high up off the gun, visible, and the rear sight, I believe, can be drifted for windage for sight adjustment. So, and I believe the gun has a loaded chamber indicator, which is this little hole there that probably with a cartridge in the chamber you'd look down and see brass. The sight is adjustable. This one also does not have anything to mount a light or any type of thing down here on this rail. So it's another thing about this gun, another part of it. But all in all, pretty standard fare with the Micro 9s. Now, disassembly. I'm not going to totally disassemble the gun because I had issues with getting the recoil spring back in. But how that is done, and in the manual it says this, you pull it back and get the slide lock in place. I'll remove the magazine. Now, the manual does state that when you take the slide off, okay, do not pull the trigger. Some of these guns you have to pull the trigger to decock the striker to get the slide off. It states in the manual clearly that when you push this down to that position, that the striker is decocked. Okay, you don't have to pull the trigger. So then what you would do is go back, get the slide release off, put this down. That should come off pretty much. Like that. Okay. Now the inside of this gun looks pretty good, all stainless steel. It doesn't have the full bucket thing like most. You have, like much like on a lot of these polymer guns, you have 2 points here and 2 points here that the slide runs on or rides on. Now, standard thing, the barrel and recoil spring plunger. When I took this thing out, it took me a while to get in. I had difficulty. It's not captive. It's just a spring with a little rod in there and then a second spring. And then it has this weird, unique little thing here in the back in the cutout. Okay, that has to be aligned a certain way when you get it back in there. But if you compress this, get it out, the barrel comes out like normal. Really Not much going on in the back here, but that's your striker and probably your firing pin safety mechanism in the back there. Not quite sure. Okay, reassembly. Basically, get your slide up in there. And what I'm going to do is place a mag in and help me get this to lock back. And then just push this in. And we're ready to go. Assemble. There you go. So, that's about it in a nutshell. All these guns in this class have similar features. This one's a little bit different with the ambidextrous control thing and that, and the cutouts. Kind of a, interesting extra on there. But I can tell right now, just from trying to assemble the gun, this one is a little bit more difficult and finicky to deal with than the other pistols. So out of all of these guns, I'm going to say this one is, the disassembly is tricky and takes a little practice getting used to it. And also with the slide serrations, which are not that great, manipulating this handgun and racking the slide back can be a little bit difficult, especially if you have issues like I do with a bad hand or something like that. That's something to bear in mind. I don't detract it from the gun, but for some individuals like myself, it's something to notice. All right, thank you, and stay tuned, guys.